ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम्। चित्तदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निर्वापणं श्रेयः कैरव चन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनं। नामकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पितनियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवं निदृशं विहाजन् नानुरागः। तृणादपि सुनिच्छेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तन्य सदा हरि धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितं वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद् भक्तिरतु की त्वयि हैनन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूलिसदृशं चिन्तये नयनं गलदश्रुधारय वदनं गद्गदहृदया गिरा पुलकचित्तं मुक्कदां तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां हिनस्तु मामदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु सैव न परः मत्प्राणनाथस्तु सैव न परः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिनी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासति गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees. Today's class will be in English. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 7th chapter, text number 26, continuation. Bhumehe suretara varuta vimardhitayah क्लेशव्ययाय कलया सीता कृष्णकेशः जातः करिष्यति जनानुपलक्ष्य मार्गः कर्माणि चात्म महिमोपनि बंधनानि। शब्दार्थ word to word meaning. Bhumehi of the entire world, sura itar other than godly persons, varuta soldiers, vimardhitayah distressed by the burden, klesha miseries, vyayaya for the matter of diminishing, kalaya along with, is plenary expansion. Sita, Krishna, not only beautiful but also black. Keshaha, with such hair. Jataha, having appeared. Karishyati, would act. Jana, people in general. Anupalaksha, rarely to be seen. Margaha, path. Karmani, activities, cha also. Atma Mahima, glories of the Lord Himself. Upanibandhanani, in relation to. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. When the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of kings who have no faith in God, the Lord, just to diminish the distress of the world, descends with His plenary portion. The Lord comes in His original form with beautiful black hair, and just to expand His transcendental glories, He acts extraordinarily. No one can properly estimate how great He is. So, today's verse, 26th verse, we discussed yesterday a little. Today we will go through the purport. It is explaining about Krishna Avatar, the Lord appearing as Krishna. So once again we will try to recollect all the different incarnations so far discussed. The last verse of the 6th chapter, Pradhan yan drishya amananti leelavataram purushasya bhunaha apiyatam karanakashaya sushan anukramiseta iman supeshan. So Lord Brahma is saying, by hearing about the activities of the Lord, Leela Avatar, He performs wonderful pastimes, Leela. Why is it known as Leela? Because our activities are governed by the three modes, but the Lord is above the three modes. So whatever He does is all Leela, pastimes. And by hearing all these pastimes, apiyatam, karana, kashaya, susha, all foul matter, foul things, rubbish, kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mada, matsar, it will all be evaporated by hearing. So this is the process to purify ourselves. So the 7th chapter began with the first incarnation, Bhuvaraha. Then Suyajna, he appeared as Indira, then Kapila Deva, then Dattatreya, Atriya Rishi's son Dattatreya, then the 4 Kumaras, Sanak, Sanatana, Sanat Kumar. After that we have Naranarayana Rishi, who appeared as the son of Dharma and Murti. Murti is the daughter of Daksha. So the Lord appeared as Naranarayana Rishi. And after that we discussed about Dhruv Maharaj. So the Lord bought one Vaikuntha planet for Dhruva. It is there in this material world and it will not be annihilated when everything else is annihilated. Then we discussed about Veena, who was a very cruel person, king. The Brahmanas cursed and killed him. And by churning his dead body, an incarnation known as Prithu Maharaj, he appeared. Then afterwards, Sudevi and Nabhi, they had Rishabhadeva as their son, another incarnation. Then after that, we discussed about Hayagriva Avatar, which has got the face of a horse, Hayagriva. Then Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Narasimha Avatar. Then after that, Gajendra, whose leg was captured by a crocodile. The Lord appeared there on Garuda with a Sudarshan Chakri, cut off the head of the crocodile. And all this story is known as Gajendra Moksha. Then after that we have discussed about Aditi Nandan, that is Vaman Dev. Kashyap Muni has two wives, Diti and Aditi. Diti, all the Daityas are born. Aditi, all the Devtas, they are known as Adityas. So Vaman Avatar was discussed. Then after that, Hamsa Avatar, the Lord instructed Narada, spiritual matters. Then about Manu, Manvantara Avatar. In every one day of Brahma, 14 Manus change. And that is known as the Manvantara Avatar. Then after that, Dhanvantari, the god in Ayurveda, Dhanvantari. About that was discussed. When the ocean of milk was churned, the Lord bought, Dhanvantari got this one pot full of nectar, Amrita. That avatar is known as Dhanvantari. Then we discussed about Parshuram, powerful avatar, who killed the Kshatriyas who were not performing their duties. Kshatriya's duty is Shauryam, Tejo, Ditar, Daksham, Yuddha, Chapa, Palayanam, Dhanam, Ishvara, Bhavascha, Kshatra, Karma, Svabhavajam, 18.43. These are the duties of Kshatriya. And when they are not following this, they become deviants. So the Lord appeared as Parshuram and killed all these Kshatriyas who were very cruel, not doing their respective duties. 21 times, 7 into 3, 21 times he travelled all over the earth and killed all these miscreant Kshatriyas. And there was a full lake of blood in Kurukshetra, which later on turned into water. So after Parshuram Avatar, we discussed about Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Rama appeared. That one verse will clear everything. Raghavam Ramachandram cha Ravanari Ramapatim Rajivalocanam Ramantam Vande Raghunandanam. So about Lord Rama we discussed how he killed Ravana. And then 26th verse today's is describing about Lord Krishna's incarnation. So when the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of kings who have no faith in God. All atheistic people, they rule, and they will be filled with sinful activities, and they will be fighting amongst themselves, just like it is going on today. Iran, Israel, Russia, Ukraine, Bharat, Pakistan, everywhere, all over the world. Godlessness, and there will be fighting. The earth can tolerate everything, but it cannot tolerate, earth cannot tolerate the burden of sins. Yesterday I quoted one very nice question answer. It is in Hindi. जल से पतला कौन है, कौन भूमि से भारी, कौन अगन से तेज है, कौन काजल से काली. 4 questions. जल से पतला कौन है, कौन भूमि से भारी, कौन अगन से तेज है, कौन काजल से काली. जल से पतला ज्ञान है, नॉलेज. पाप भूमि से भारी, पाप भूमि से भारी. क्रोध अगन से तेज है, कलंक काजल से काली. Very beautiful question and nice answers. So, the earth can tolerate everything, but when there are sinful people, atheistic kings, don't have faith in God, then what will happen? Cow slaughter, particularly cow slaughters will go on. And no Brahminical culture. When these two things are destroyed, there can never be peace, prosperity. Prabhupada in his lectures he has very clearly said, if you want peace, prosperity, everything will come if two things are there in the society. What are those two things? Cow protection. Before that, Brahminical culture. Actually, Brahminical culture comes, cow protection is included. Brahminical culture, cow protection. If these two things are there, then there can be real peace, prosperity. And when there is no such thing, the earth becomes burdened. So the Lord appeared when the world is overburdened by the fighting strength of kings who have no faith in God. The Lord, just to diminish the distress of the world, descends with his plenary portion. He came with Balaram. Rama appeared with Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrugna. All are Vishnu Tattva. And here again he appeared as Balaram, who is none other than Lakshmana. So the Lord appeared here with Balaram. Balaram became the elder brother. This time, this incarnation, he became the elder brother. As Lakshmana, he served Ram very nicely. 14 years in the forest. There was no need for Lakshman to go. Only for Rama it was to be exiled to the forest. Vanvas, 14 years. Sita said, I will follow my husband. Okay, that is okay. Lakshmana, there was no reason. He came just to serve the Lord. Service is above everything. Service above self. Where there is service, one should be prepared. Where there is no service, what is the use? Lakshman could have stayed back in Ayodhya, enjoy the company of his wife. Everything was there for him. But he chose to go to the forest just to serve the Lord. Service to the Lord is so important. Service above self. So we should be prepared. We should see if there is service, all right, we will do. No service. Service, where there is service, that is important. So Lakshmana is teaching us perfect example how service to the Lord is so important. Went for 14 years, day and night, he was serving. Night also he never slept. Not one night, 2 nights, 3 nights, all 14 years. It is said Lakshmana never slept. It is not possible for ordinary human beings. Lakshmana is teaching how important service is. So, along with this plenary portion, the Lord comes in His original form. See, all these forms of the Lord, either Narasimha, Rama, Vamana, Parshuram, Krishna, all these forms are eternally there in the Vaikuntha Lokas. And when He comes with His original form. Vishwarupa is not an eternal form. Vishwarupa is a material form. That is not eternal. But all other avatars, they are all eternal. So the Lord appeared. In His original form. With beautiful black hair. Now, it is said in here, man is made on the image of God. So what a God has image, man is made like that. God has got hair, we have also got hair. But there is a difference. Our bodies are all material. The Lord's body, Krishna's body, Rama, all Lord's body, they are eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. Sachidananda Vigraha. So his hair, what kind of hair? Spiritual. Black, with beautiful black hair. And just to expand his transcendental glories, he acts extraordinarily. 7-year-old boy lifted the Govardhan hill for 7 days, 7 nights on his little finger of the left hand. Extraordinary. Not just lifting, the whole of Braj was taking shelter, they are all below there. 7-year-old boy is holding it. And the situation was such, there was rains, torrential rains. Those rains, Samantaka clouds, were ordered to pour on Vrindavan. Those clouds are used during the time of dissolution, devastation of the entire world. Such heavy rain is there. That rain which is used during devastation, end of the world. So such rains are there and the Lord is holding the Govardhan Parvat. Giridhari, Gopinath, Madana Mohan. And all the residents of Vrindavan, they were all below. All of them. Including their animals, cows, birds, calves, all other things. Everything was taken shelter there. And 2 important points are, nobody felt the slightest hunger nor thirst, nor they were tired, fatigue. They were just simply staring at Krishna. What a wonderful voice. He's lifted his Govardhan hill. Oh, we'll also help. They also tried to help. So this way they never felt any pain of hunger, thirst or fatigue. The Lord comes in his he acts extraordinarily. Therefore his one name is Urukrama. Urukrama, Prabhupada translated as one who performs wonderful pastimes, who acts extraordinarily. Superhuman activity, no human being can do this. During Rasa Leela, every gopi, she was thinking, Krishna is with me. And how many gopis were there? I have never heard or never read anywhere the number of gopis. We know about Krishna's queens, 16,108 queens. But gopis, we don't know, we never heard. As many gopis were there, the Lord took so many forms. And every gopi is thinking, Krishna is with me. See, Krishna is attracted to my beauty. He has left all others and come to me. So they became a little proud. See, Krishna is with me. I am the most beautiful because I have attracted Krishna. Suddenly Krishna disappeared. And all the gopis began to search, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? One gopi said, he was with me. What are you saying? He was with me. They started fighting. He was with me. He was with me. They don't know he was with everyone. Now who can take such forms, so many forms? Simultaneously. And this is nothing great for the Lord. For us it is something very extraordinary. But for the Lord, now how many jivas are there? He has taken that many Paramatma forms. So many jivas, so many Paramatma forms are there. Unlimited. So for the Lord to take so many forms with the gopis, not at all difficult. So he acts extraordinarily. No one can properly estimate how great he is. Nobody can estimate. Vidur deva na danava. Arjuna is saying. Vidur means to understand. Deva na danava. No deva can understand, nor dhanava can understand. He is so great. Therefore, infinite. And we jivas, infinitesimal. The Lord is infinite. His greatness, nobody can estimate. Unlimitedly great. Vibho, Vibho Atma, the great, the whole, complete. And we are all Anu. And yesterday I quoted this example of Prabhupada. Just like you cannot measure the length and breadth of the sky, so nobody can estimate how great the Lord is. So we'll go through the purport today. This verse is especially describing the appearance of Lord Krishna and his immediate expansion, Lord Balaram. Both Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram are one Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is omnipotent and he expands himself in innumerable forms and energies. And the whole unit is known as the one Supreme Brahman. The Lord is omnipotent. 3 words: omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Omnipresent means He is present everywhere as Paramatma. He is within us, He is outside, everywhere. Just like Vayu, air is within us, it is outside. Similarly, the Lord is there everywhere, omnipresent. And omniscient means all-knowing. He knows everything of every jiva, their past, how many lives, what all they did, everything He knows. Nobody else can be like this. Only the Lord. Omniscient. Third is omnipotent. All-powerful. Now somebody may say is something, He is present everywhere, He knows everything. But poor fellow, he is helpless. He is not helpless, He is all-powerful, almighty. Very, very powerful. So the Lord is omnipotent and He expands Himself in innumerable forms and energies. Innumerable forms. Ananta Rupam. For this, Rupa's example, just like if you stand on the seashore, you can see waves are coming. One after another, waves are coming. Can anyone count the waves? Not one place, so many places it is coming. All over, waves are coming. Who can count? Similarly, the Lord has got unlimited, Ananta Rupa, and energies. Parasha Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate Swabhavik Bala Jnana Kriya Natasya Karyam Karanam Cha Vidyate Nacha Sama Urdhva Adhikana Dashyate. The Lord has got multifarious energies, and energies themselves have by nature Swabhavik Bala Jnana Kriya. And personally, the Lord has got nothing to do. Natasya karyam karanam. He is sleeping. Ananta Sesha. But his sleep is not like ours. Our sleep is due to the mode of Tamoguna. The Lord is Yoga Nidra. Okay, the Lord is sleeping also, we will also sleep. Sleep. Then what will happen? We will become lazy. And don't do work, everything is spoiled. You lose your job, you lose your business, can't run a family. All the time you are sleeping. But the Lord is sleeping and everything is going on. Perfectly. And the whole unit, Prabhupada is saying, is known as Supreme Brahman. Param Brahma, Supreme Brahman. Such extensions of the Lord are divided into two divisions, namely personal and differential. The personal expansions are called Vishnu Tattvas and differences are called Jiva Tattvas. So amongst the Lord's expansions, there are two divisions. One is Swa-amsha, Vishnu Tattva. The other is Vibhinnamsha, differentiated, differential. That is all of us, jivas. We are also Krishna's part and parcel. But Vibhinna, separated part actually. we come under the category of Jiva Tattva and Tatastha Shakti of the Lord. Vishnu Tattvas are his personal expansions. They are all the Lord of them. Either it is Rama or all the earlier incarnations. And in such expansional activities, Lord Baladev is the first personal expansion of Krishna. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Balaram is the first expansion. One time Prabhupada was asked, who is Balaram? Prabhupada said, Balaram is white Krishna. Yeah, he is Krishna only, but he is not black, he is white Krishna, like that Prabhupada says. In the Vishnu Puran as well as in the Mahabharata, both Lord Krishna and Baladev are mentioned as having beautiful black hair, even in their advanced age. Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha. They are the oldest. Purana Purusha. But how they look? Navayauvanam Cha. Ever fresh youth. That is the beauty of the Lord. So even they may be advanced age, oldest person, but Navayauvanam Cha. The Lord is called Anupalaksha Marga, or in still more technical terms, Avan Manasa Gochara, one who is never to be seen or realized by the limited sense perception of the people in general. The Lord is called Anupalaksha Margaha, or still more technical Vedic term, Avan Manasa Gochara, one who is never to be seen or realized by the limited sense perception of the people in general. Therefore, his one name is Adokshaja. With our senses, we cannot understand. Ataha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyahi sevan mukhehi jivado swayam eva spuratyada. We cannot understand Krishna's name, form, pastimes, nothing with our material blunt senses. Na bhavet grahyam indriyahi. Then what to do? Sevan mukhehi jivado. Begin service to the Lord with the tongue. Then what is not understandable, everything becomes revealed. Swayam eva spuratyada. When somebody renders service. Further in the Bhagavad Gita 7.25, it is said that the Lord Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavrita. The Lord is everywhere, inside, outside, everywhere, but still is not seen. Kunti's prayer is like this. You are there within, we are outside, everywhere you are there. But you are not realized by everyone. Very few people can understand about the Lord. Majority, no. Where is God? No God. Chanakya Pandit says, oh, big purport is still not long purport. The king sees through the spies, ordinary men see through the eyes, cow sees through the nose, and a Brahmana sees through the Shastra. I'll not go detail now. So by the Shastra, we can understand about the Lord. What we cannot see, we should hear and understand. Okay? Further, in other words, he reserves the right of not being exposed to anybody, anyone and everyone. Only the bona fide devotee can know him by specific symptoms. And out of many, many such symptoms, one symptom is mentioned here in this verse. The Lord is Sita Krishna Keshaha, or one who is observed always with beautiful black hair. Both Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram have such hair on their heads. And thus even in the advanced age, they appeared young. So Brahma Samhita also is mentioning like this. Like a fresh youth, just now I mentioned that. Further, it is described in the Bhagavatam, Canto 6, that the party of Vishnu Dutas who came to deliver Ajamila from the clutches of the party of Yamaraj appeared like youthful boys, corroborating the descriptions in this verse. So Prabhupada is mentioning here about the pastime which took place in the 6th canto. Ajamila, when he was quitting his body, he called out to his son Narayana, and 4 Vishnu Dutas appeared. And those Vishnu Dutas were like fresh boys, 16-year-old boy, very beautiful, black hair. Yamadutas, very cruel. They had arrested Ajamila, the soul. They take the soul to Yamaraj. So Vishnu Dutas came and cut those subtle ropes with their swords, released Ajamil from the clutches of Yamadutas, because he called out the name of Lord Narayana. Actually, he called out to his son, Prabhupada says, but he remembered Narayana. Therefore, Lord Narayana's Dutas, they appeared. Further, it is ascertained thus that the spiritual bodies of the Vaikuntha Lokas, either of the Lord or the inhabitants, their all bodies are spiritual. And in the Gita, Krishna says, fifth verse of the 8th chapter, Anta Kale Chamamiva, Smaran Muktva Kalevaram, Yah Prayati Samad Bhavam, Yati Natra Samshaya. Whoever quits his body remembering me alone, he will get released from the cycle of birth and death. And he will come to the spiritual world where he will get a body similar to Krishna's. Krishna's body is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss, Satchidananda. So, persons who go there, they also get spiritual bodies. Of this there is no doubt. Therefore, when the Lord descends from the world to this world, that world to this, he descends in his spiritual body. Atmaya, internal potency. 4.6 Gita. Ajopi sannavyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamya atmamaya. That's what Prabhupada is quoted here. Atmamaya. Atma, his own self. Maya, his energy. He comes through that. Actually, there is no birth for the Lord, but still he appears like that. The allegation that the impersonal Brahman appears in the material world by accepting a material body is quite absurd. See, many people have such wrong understanding. Actually, it is all impersonal. He comes here as a person, Rama Krishna. Original, impersonal. Nirakar, say Akar. Their understanding, wrong. Nirakar say Akar, they say. And when they say Akar, they think it is something like this. Our body is material body. So they think that the Lord also appeared with this body. Akar means material body. They think it is Maya body. Therefore they are known as Mayavadis. Mayavadi, Krishnera Aparadi. Our body is Maya body. Krishna's body is not Maya body. So from Nirakar to Akar, they say like that. It's wrong. Just like sunlight, sun planet is there. Sun planet, from the sun planet, sunshine is coming. Now somebody says from sunshine, sun planet has come. From sunshine, sun planet has come. Or from this brightness, bulb has come. From the bulb, brightness comes, light is coming. But not from that brightness, light, bulb is there. All reverse. So originally the Lord has got form. Brahman effulgence, that is his body is effulgence only. That's not ordinary but that is also spiritual. Now the next question Prabhupada is putting, why the Lord comes? Who is omnipotent comes here to diminish the burden of the earth. Certainly the Lord does not need to come personally for such purpose. The Lord is so powerful, why he has to come here? He can kill all these kings. One shot, all gone. Why he has to come? First reason is Paritranaya Sadhuna. He comes here for sadhus, for devotees. Give them protection, to encourage them, and to perform wonderful pastimes. Killing these people is not big problem for him. Second activity, Vinashaya Dushkarta. All right, we'll also have some sporting. Come on, fight, and he'll kill them. Then third thing is Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. Sambhavami yuge yuge. So 9.13 and 14 Prabhupada is quoted here. What does the 9.13 and 14 verse says? That much we will discuss and we will close. Okay? 9.13 Krishna is saying, Mahatmanam tu mam parth, Daivim prakritim ashrita, bhajante ananya manaso, Jnatva bhutadim bhaveyam, Satatam kirtayanto mam, yadantascha dridavrata, namasyantascha mam bhaktya, nitya yukta upasati. Two verses. These two verses are describing who is a Mahatma. Who is a Mahatma? All pure devotees are Mahatmas only. Mahatma Vidur, Arjun Mahatma, all pure devotees, Mahatmas. Not that some simply by rubber stamp, oh, this person is Mahatma. All meaningless. Just cannot brand anybody as Mahatma. Mahatma is he who takes shelter of the divine nature. Mahatma Nam Tu Mam Partha Daivim Prakartim Ashrita. And Bhajante Ananya Manaso, without deviation, they are engaged in the Lord's service. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Satat, always. yatantascha dridhavrata, with great determination. Namasyantascha ma bhakta nitya yuktasth. These are Mahatmas. Okay? Purport is completed. Time is also over. Today, Wednesday, we'll have a regular program here at Govardhan. 6 o'clock, we'll have Tulsi Aarti, followed by Sandhya Aarti. Then after that, there will be Narasimha prayer. Then we will go ahead with the Bhagavad Gita verse. After that, there will be Prasad for all. So I request all of you to come here in the evening to Govardhan. Stop here now. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.